Hey guys, today is President's Day, February 17th, 2025, and I just want to repost an old video that I did actually in 2021. I titled it "The New World is Coming, the Old World is Ending," and that's what's taking place right now in Washington, D.C. That's why there's so much anger, chaos, and confusion because people are trying to figure out what's going on. Um, the media and everybody's making it appear as if Trump just rolled in into town, him and Elon Musk and their Department of Government Accountability, and they're axing all these agencies and they're draining the swamp. But nothing in government happens by accident. Everything has already been pre-planned long ago. As Jordan Maxwell said, it may seem crazy and lunacy to you, but it's not crazy and lunacy to them. Nothing in government happens by accident. Everything has been pre-planned. These presidents are just puppets. They're taking orders. I know it's hard to believe that people who are coming into the White House, whether it's Trump, Bush, Obama, whoever, that they take orders. But they do. They're just puppets. They're selected to get in there and get a job done. The world was divided into 10 regions, and they are getting each region ready so they can hand the keys over to the beast. That's what's going on. It's happening all over the place. It's happening in the Middle East. It's happening in Asia, China. It's happening in Africa. There's a lot of chaos going on. Everybody's getting their regions ready. So don't be fooled. Don't let the media trick you. The media will not tell you what's going on. I did a video called "The Media and How They Trick You," and I talked about Operation Mockingbird. I will link that below. Rewatch it again. Just rewatch it again and let it sink in of what's really going on and how come the media is not really telling you what's going on and taking place. Now, my heart goes out to everybody that's lost jobs and that will eventually lose their job. I'm really, really sorry. There's nothing I could do about it, but I'm really sorry. I know what it's like to lose a job. I worked at a place before and I was laid off. They laid off a lot of us. This is a long time ago when I first came out of college. And I had to file for unemployment. I had to get my resume spruced up again and get it back out there. So I've been there before and I'm really sorry. Um, and that's what's going on. And this will not just remain in the federal government sector. Eventually, they're probably going to roll it out to other sectors too. Um, Banking, the healthcare field, medical field. A lot of people will start cutting workers and laying people off. I see JP Morgan has decided to lay some people off as well. So just look for it, guys. It's coming. One last thing I want to say. America is represented as the Phoenix bird. That means that the Phoenix bird must burn up. It must implode. I've talked about this a number of times. So America will be sacrificed because it needs to be sacrificed in order to get this new order going. America is why it's region number one. It's going to lead the world into the new world order. The new world order is a one world government, one world religion, one world currency. So that means in order to get a one world currency, that our old currency system and banking systems must go away. And that will only happen when the crash comes. A crash of epic proportions. It's going to be really bad. If you have a 401k, TSP, 403b, Roth IRA, traditional IRA, all of those things are going to be on the chopping block. I'm just warning you guys. Actor Dennis Quaid, he's been traveling around the country telling people that the power is going to be out for 30 days. Now, how does he know that? Who warned him that it's going to be 30 days? I did a video about that, and that's what he's talking about. Imagine a 30-day blackout. Now, I'm not saying he's correct. I'm not saying that. I'm just repeating what he said, trying to warn you guys that something is coming and it's going to be bad. The old world is vanishing away. They're making way or are getting ready for a new world. It's kind of like when you purge your closet of old clothes. You throw all your old clothes away or you donate it to the Goodwill and things like that so you can make space for new clothes. Or you throw away your old couch or your old bed or your old refrigerator so you can buy a new refrigerator, one that's more energy efficient or whatever. That's what they're doing. They're ridding these companies. They're ridding people. They're, consolidating ranks, getting ready. I suggest that you guys take heed and get ready and not let my videos just be intellectual stimulation for you. I love you guys. Enjoy the video. Remember, it was a video that I did in 2021, so it's old. So anyway, enjoy. Love you guys. God bless.
The world that maybe some people dreamt of at that conference back in Bournemouth, when it looked as if maybe history would end, that liberal democracy would triumph, that free market economics would slowly progress, and we'd have a new world order.
And together they helped to create, were the principal leaders in creating, a new world order and a winning strategy in the Cold War.
We are part of a new world order. And as the recently departed Admiral William J. Crowe once said, it's long on new and it's short on order.
Walter Isaacson wrote a wonderful book about some of the wise men who helped shape the New World Order following the Second World War.
As we devise a way forward in Iraq, I urge the international community to embrace its responsibility for creating that new world order. A new world order based upon collective action.
The transatlantic partnership was never just the foundation of our security. It was the foundation of our way of life. It was forged an experience of the most bitter and anguished kind. Out of it came a new Europe, a new world order, a new consensus as to how life should and could be lived.
And just like that, it was gone. It was a new world order. That's what President George H. Bush said. Harvard historian Francis Fukuyama pronounced the end of history.
Hey YouTube world, this is Harvard's is Plenty. I want to share some good information with you guys today. Before I do, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, if you are new to my channel, please consider becoming a subscriber. So, over the years, I've accumulated a lot of books. My library is choked full of knowledge and, a lot of research and books that I've accumulated. And I want to share those with you guys. I want to read a lot of my books over the air so you can see what this plan is all about. This ancient plan that's being revived today right before our eyes. So today I want to read something from this book that's on the screen, The New World Order. It was written by Ralph Epperson. And so I have the book here, and I just want to read something to you guys. I'm reading from the introduction. Now, this book, The New World Order by Ralph Epperson, when the book was completed, in 1989. So the book was completed in June of 1989. That's how long ago. June of 1989. And here's what it says in the introduction. Back in 1989. It says, something is wrong in America. Today's newspapers are full of stories about the rampant rise in divorce rates, the increasing abuse of children by some parents, increases in the incidence of rape, pornography being read by an increasing number of people, more crimes against property, demands for world government, urgings for national borders to fall, Christian churches being closed because they will not seek licensing by the state, etc. But why are these things happening? Why are all of the legacies of the past, the family, national borders, the right to practice any chosen religion, the right to private property, amongst other things, under such attack? Is it possible that there are actually people and organizations who really want to change the basic order of things? And the answer to that, guys, is yes. There are people and there are organizations who've come together, the kings of the earth, to change the natural order of things, the way that God ordained it. They want to break free and overthrow God's authority and God's moral law. In the book of Psalms, it asks, why does the heathen rage? And it's because the kings of the earth came together to war against God and his anointed. And that's what it's all about. Now, also in this book, it says, it explains it. It says, the reason why these changes are necessary was explained by Manly P. Hall, who was a Freemason, in a book that he written called Lectures on Ancient Philosophy. And here's what Manly P. Hall said why these changes are necessary. He says, the time has not yet arrived when the average man is strong enough or wise enough to rule himself. I will repeat that again, by Manly P. Hall. It says, the time has not yet arrived when the average man is strong enough or wise enough to rule himself. So it has always been about man usurping the authority of God. See, man is not wise enough to rule himself yet. But the angel Lucifer, if you remember in the Garden of Eden, he told the woman, if you eat from this fruit of the tree of good and evil, man's eyes will open and man will become wise as God. Man can become a God. And if man can become a God through sacred knowledge, esoteric knowledge, knowledge that was brought down from heaven, then man can rule himself. And man can become his own God. Now here's a created being that was cast out of heaven. A created angel, a fallen angel that was cast out of heaven. He is no God. He's a created being. But yet he's telling man, I can teach you how to become God. That's like a homeless person telling another person, look, with my wisdom and knowledge, I can teach you how to become a multi-billionaire. Yet I'm homeless, but I can teach you how to become a multi-billionaire. You have an angel that's fallen, kicked out of heaven from the war that he started, teaching man that man can become God or like God. Isn't that foolish? That's very foolish. But let me read a little bit more to you guys real quick. It says, so the people of the world can now determine what those changes are and that those in positions of implementing the changes have in store for them. So let's read what the changes are and what they have in store for us. It says the old world is coming to an end. It will be replaced by a new way of doing things. The new world will be called the New World Order. This new structuring will redistribute property from the have nations and will give it to the have not nations. So right now, guys, that's why the pandemic was planned and why the economy worldwide was shut down. Why we have all these free trade agreements, NAFTA and all of that stuff. Why globalization is such a big thing and people have been offshoring all the jobs from America and bringing them over to those other countries. That's why there's a global supply chain shortage, because they are destroying America and destroying the old world order to bring up a new world order of things, where it won't be certain nations in terms of money and power and control. It won't be certain nations that have all the jobs and all the industries and things like that. All the so-called third world industries will now start getting these jobs and these industries, and these major mega cities and these major factories will start appearing in their country. They're trying to equalize opportunity across the globe, which sounds good in the grand scheme of things, but they're doing it by kicking out God and God's anointing people, the Christians. Also, they're destroying God's moral law. Let's continue. It says the New World Order will include changes in the family. Homosexual marriages will be legalized. Parents would not be allowed to raise their children, the state will. All women will be employed by the state and not allowed to be homemakers. Divorce will become exceedingly easy, and monogamous marriage will be slowly phased out. The workplace. The government will become the owner of all of the factories of production. The private ownership of property will be outlawed. Religion. Religion will be outlawed, and believers will be either eliminated or imprisoned. There will be a new religion, the worship of man and his mind. All will believe in the new religion. See, man becomes God. That's the abomination that causes desolation. That's the third temple that's being rebuilt. Not some building in the Middle East in Israel. See, Hal Lindsey and Schofield and all of those people with this left behind stuff, they're tricking you. It's called misdirection. Remember Jesus said, destroy this temple, I'll raise it up in 3 days. Man is the temple. When it comes to Freemasonry, they are building spiritual temples all across the world. So the third temple is man, not a physical building in Israel or the Middle East. That's just a distraction. Let's continue reading from the book. It says the United States will play a major role in bringing in this new world. World wars have been fought to further its aims. Adolf Hitler, the Nazi socialists, supported the goal of the planners. The majority of the people will not readily accept the New World Order, but will be deceived into accepting it by two strategies. Let's see what these two strategies are that will trick people into accepting the New World Order. All right, first strategy. Those in favor of the changes will have become seated in the very thrones of power, generally without the public realizing that fact. Again, those in favor of the changes will become seated in the very thrones of power, generally without the public realizing those facts. That's strategy number one. So remember the video that I put up on my channel of the mayor of Chicago saying she pledged allegiance to the New World Order and that she will have her inspector general go around to all the department heads of the city who are working in her administration and in other parts of the city, and they also have to pledge allegiance to the New World Order. It's not just the mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, guys. It's your Republican congressman. It's your Democratic congressmen and women. It's your business leaders. It's your church leaders, your faith-based leaders. It's the people in banking, in the media, in the aerospace industry, in the manufacturing industry, in the computing power space in Silicon Valley. All of those people. It's those in the military. Your leaders in the military. Your leaders in law enforcement. Every industry has been cobbled up together and they're working together to bring out a new world order. And it's not just America, it is global. So during the interviewing process, when these people are brought in, they are pledging allegiance behind the curtain. We don't know these things. They are done in secret. And they're saying, I'm all for these new changes. And these are the people that are put in power. These are the people that are made presidents. These are the people who are CEOs of these companies. These are the people who are voted in as mayor. All the money flows to them to run their campaigns to become mayors, senators, congresspeople. Let's go to strategy number 2. Strategy number 2. The old world order will be destroyed piece by piece by a series of planned nibbles at the established format. I repeat that again. Strategy number 2. The old world order will be destroyed piece by piece by a series of planned nibbles at the established format. That means incrementalism. Incrementally, piece by piece, that's how they're going to destroy the old world order and bring in the new world order. See, you can't do it just straight in your face, dramatic style, because people will object to that. But if you do it incrementally, piece by piece, you slow cook the people. It's like slow cooking a frog. Have you ever heard the story about how to boil a frog? See, if you take a pot of boiling water and you drop a frog into the steaming hot, boiling hot pot of water, the frog reflexes, instincts, everything is going to say danger, danger. The frog is going to hop right out of the pot. But if you take the frog and you put the frog in a pot of water and you slowly turn up the heat, just slowly, the frog will be sitting there chilling, not realizing that the heat is being turned up on him. I turned up on it. And then by the time the frog realized what's going on, he will have already been cooked. And that's what's happening today to the people around the world and to the American people. We are being slowly cooked like the frog, and nobody's none the wiser. When you try to inform people what's really going on, people want to argue, debate. They divide the people with this blue versus red, this Democrat versus Republican, the vax versus the unvax. Those who love abortion, those who hate abortion. The educated versus the uneducated, the rich versus the poor. And so if you have the people, divided, they're divided by race. Black versus white, versus Hispanics, versus Puerto Ricans, versus Native Americans, versus the Irish, versus the Jews, versus the Italians, and so on and so forth. The Second Amendment people versus the anti-Second Amendment people. Divide and conquer. As they said in strategy number 2, nibble by nibble. They are slow walking us to destruction. And for the people who are not willing to go along, if you're not willing to be re-educated, they will kill you. They will make war against the saints of God, and they will kill you. They will throw you in prison. They will torture you, and they will kill you. You have to understand the evil of this scheme and who we are dealing with, guys. This is the New World Order. I've been showing you clip after clip on my channel of video after video of different people pushing for this New World Order. They come in all races, all shapes, sizes, all political parties. So it's not one political party. People like to say, well, it's just Joe Biden pushing the New World Order. No. If you remember, Daddy Bush came out during the State of the Union address and announced it to the world. He was a white Texan of the Republican Party. So it's not just Joe Biden and the Democrats. Bill Clinton echoed the same sentiments. Then Bush Jr. came out, echoed the same sentiments. Then Obama, the same sentiments. People say, well, Donald Trump is not for this. Yes, he is. It's the good cop, bad cop role. Good cop, bad cop. You guys have to understand the goals, the black magic, you know, the tricks, the schemes, everything that they are doing to trick and fool and con and hoodwink the people. And people say, well, how come the media is not talking about this? How come it's not on CNN? How come it's not on Fox News? How come it's not on MSNBC? Well, they have taken over the banking systems long ago with the Federal Reserve. And once they got control of the money supply, they purchased all of these industries and bought control over all of these media companies and industries. Today, all of the media is controlled by 5 or 6 companies, guys. At the top are these people, these Illuminati guys. So they control what we hear and what we see on TV and what we read in print media. So that's why they're not openly exposing this conspiracy. And it is a conspiracy. It's conspiracy fact, not theory. And I just want to share this with you guys. If you want to read the book, it's called The New World Order. It's by A. Ralph Epperson. You can find it on Amazon or wherever else. I have a lot of books. And I'm going to start reading a lot of these books to you guys on my channel. I will give you the name and the title of the books. I will open them up and I will read them to you. But it's about man becoming God. The old world order that was from the pre-flood world. When Lucifer came down into the garden, Lucifer came into the garden and he told Adam and Eve, if you have this knowledge of good and evil, or duality, or this knowledge of black and white, forces of dark, forces of light, and it's not true light like the light of Jesus Christ, it's artificial light. If you have that, you can become wise and become a god. Your eyes will be opened. And you can become a god, but it's all a lie because all it did was bring death and destruction and sin into the world. Plunged the whole world into darkness and chaos. So much so that the second Adam, Jesus Christ, had to come back and redeem man. Man can't redeem himself. You know, people say this stuff all the time. I'm God. I'm my own God. Okay, well, save yourself. Heal your family from high blood pressure and diabetes and cancer. And heal yourself at the same time. People claim they God and they running around rolling up their sleep to go take it. Because they have no faith in a higher power other than themselves. Don't let them trick you and fool you. Trick you into getting initiated into this stuff. Thinking that there's some secret esoteric knowledge that's going to allow you to do as thy will, as Aleister Crowley said, and become your own God. Because that scripture says at the end of the day, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, whether you want to believe it or not. You can believe it in this life, or you're going to be forced to believe it in the afterlife, when judgment is before you. So, that's all I have for you guys today. I don't want to keep you long, but I really want to start sharing these things with you. Sharing these books that I have, and I have a lot. And just want to open your eyes to what this new world order is really about. We're moving in a new direction. Changes are taking place. That's what the Great Reset is all about. The Great Reset is resetting the world order. Throwing out the old order, breaking free from God and God's moral law and God's moral authority. creating a one world government, creating a one world religious system, and creating a one world currency, which outlaws cash. Everything becomes digital. And for those who resist, you will first be probably sent to re-education camps to re-educate your mind. And if that doesn't work, you're going to be terminated. As I said in my depopulation video, they have to kill off millions of people. Billions of people, actually. Those who are not willing to cooperate, that's willing to resist this new world order, like the movie that Will Smith played in, you will be termed enemy of the state. You'll believe in Jesus Christ, saying that Jesus is the only way, you will be termed enemy of the state. You're not willing to take the mark, you will be termed enemy of the state. You will be hunted. You will be thrown in jail. Many people will bear false witness against you and lie against you. Bearing false witness means you have done nothing wrong and somebody is willing to actually lie, blatantly lie, and get you locked up so they can gain favor and power and position in this new world order. They will use water and food as weapons. They will weaponize those things. That's what they're doing now with the supply chain. Nibble by nibble, as written in the book, piece by piece, very incrementally. They're slowly tightening up the food chain with the droughts that's being created from the weather weapons. They're slowly destroying the water and buying up all the water rights. They're buying up all the farmland in America and all over the world. And they're going to weaponize the food and the water and all the resources. And when the Great Reset happens and they flush the economy, like the Egyptian phoenix bird, as it goes down and crash out of its ashes, a new world order will arise. It has to be chaos before order. Order ab chaos. Latin. Order out of chaos. Motto of the 33rd degree of Freemasonry. And so they're going to create chaos. These are people who sit higher on the food chain, higher than Joe Biden, higher than Obama, higher than Donald Trump, higher than George Bush. These are people that we don't even know. You can start by reading books about the 13 Illuminati bloodlines to kind of give you an idea about the people that are running America and who select these presidents that you guys think have all the power. Presidents are puppets. They run nothing. The White House is rented out every 4 to 8 years. So I just want you guys to understand what's really going on. And don't take my word for it. Don't believe anything I say. As scripture says, study to show thyself approved, a workman unto the Lord. Dig in and start doing research. Study to show yourself approved, a workman unto the Lord. Because it's important that you not be ignorant of Satan's devices, lest he take advantage of us. Don't reject the knowledge. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I shall reject thee. Don't let that happen to you. I'm just a messenger. I'm a servant. I'm a regular person like you. I'm nobody special. I'm a sinner just like you. I have fallen short many times. So I'm nobody special. Not at all. But I just want you guys to understand what is really going on in this world. And that's why things are not right. That's why the world is chaotic. That's why our sovereignty of America is being stripped. That's why everything that is wrong is being promoted as good. Everything that's evil is being promoted as good. And everything that's good is being looked at as if it's bad. And if it's good, you'll be criticized and shunned for it. But if it's evil and bad, you'll be praised for it. And they'll throw money behind it to promote it. That's the New World Order. In the old world, and old world I mean before the flood, God said all he saw was continual hate and evil and rampant murder with the eugenics programs and all that stuff going on. So he flooded the earth to cleanse it. But these Luciferians, they didn't see that. To them, they thought it was heaven on earth. It was their golden time of day where man could do as he will. He could worship demons, Baal, Moloch. He could rape. He could kill. He could sacrifice kids, pass them through the fire. Men with men, women with women. It didn't matter. They had all the knowledge that the fallen angels was given man from Genesis 6. It was pervasive. And they thought, man, we having a good time. We got all this technology that these fallen angels brought down to us. Man, we're doing good. We rule ourselves. We don't have no God to bow down to and pray to. We ruling ourselves. As Manly P. Hall said, man has not become strong enough and wise enough yet to rule itself. But when he does, things will change. And so when you look at Revelations in the Bible and you look at prophecy, God said during the last days, knowledge will increase. Knowledge is increasing. Technology is increasing. We're entering that period. They're going to think it's world peace to them. Oh, we finally achieved it. We've outlawed guns. We've destroyed every religion because religion is the reason why man is kept in ignorance. And religion is a reason for all of these world wars. Actually, it's not religion. Do your research. You'll see. Most wars didn't start because of religion. World War I didn't start because of religion. The Persian Gulf War didn't start because of religion. They say all wars are bankers' wars anyway. War's a racket. It's a con. Actually, a lot of these nations that have been invaded is because they refuse to go along with this New World Order reordering. They're like, nah, well, our nation's not going to participate in that. Okay, you're harboring terrorists. They invade these countries. They kill the president or they throw him out. They put in a New World Order puppet. Remember, strategy number 1? I'll reread it again. Strategy number 1, it says, those in favor of the changes will have become seated in the very thrones of power, generally without the public realizing that fact. That was strategy number 1. So if you're for this New World Order, we're going to give you the keys to the kingdom. If you remember, Satan offered the same offer to Jesus. When he took Jesus up on the mountain after Jesus was fasting for 40 days, he said, look at all these kingdoms. All these kingdoms are mine. All you have to do is bow down and worship me and I will give them to you. And so, if man is willing to go along with Satan's rising kingdom, this beast system, they will be put into power. We just got lucky and just happened to catch Lori Lightfoot on camera saying these things, which I put on my channel. Scroll back through it and take a look at it. And many others calling for a new world order. We need a new world order. We need a new world order. And so there it is, guys. So anyway, it's getting late. I've been keeping you guys for a little bit, so just want to end this. So until my next video, thank you guys. I love you guys. Stand firm. Stand in the gap. Keep me in prayer, me and my family. I will continue to pray for you guys. It's about to get real dicey. If you haven't prepped, store up some food, store up some water, store up some supplies, and pray without ceasing. Till next video, thank you, take care, and God bless.
How set up are we to deal with this new world order?
I think we're going to hear a lot about that today.
Let's take the New World Order. It's an interesting phrase.
I've been thinking a little bit about the structure of the world, right? The New World Order, as everybody says.
The peace could yield to the pernicious New World Order.
The New World Order.
The New World Order.
The New World Order.
The New World Order.
This New World Order.
Stay fixed on your goal of imposing the New World Order.
You kept talking about a New World Order.
A New World Order. That's what we need now. A new world order with swing.
One war and one victory doth not a new world order make.
Conservatives used to believe in the United States of America rather than the United States of the New World Order.
The ambition to create a new world order.
Whose world order is this?
And of course what he called it was the New World Order.
Respect for a new world order.
We can see a new world coming into view, et cetera, et cetera.
That's the core of the new world order that we want to try to build.
It's the sole superpower, new world order.
New world order.
A new world order.
To a new world order of peace.
Let's say a new world order, for want of a better term.
Entities of the new world order.
The whole concept of new world order is something else. It really says that the state is God.
The state will play a bigger role in the economy. New order.
What Wilson wanted was a new world order, not just a new world order.
In order to compete in the new world order.
Compete in this new world order.
This is the third leg of the new world order. We had the World Bank, we had the IMF, and now we had the World Trade Organization.
A rigid new world order.
This hoped for new world order.
Constructing a new world order
in the new world order of the 21st century.
The new world order we're going to put in place
in this new world order.
In this new world order.
The patriots in this country are not going to see their rights diminished in order to create a new world order.
President Bush has described as a new world order, which we all share that same desire.
A new world order.